Welcome to MarlowRopes. We've been manufacturing rope here on our Hailsham site for over 200 years.
From this site, we manufacture and supply to all of our global distributors, stockists and end users across a diverse range of international markets, including leisure marine, defence, arboriculture, rope access, lifting, energy and utilities, and vehicle recovery, as well as innovating and fulfilling unique technical projects.
So this is goods in. Everything that enters the building here is the beginning of the rope making process. So here everything comes in as a flat yarn, and our yarn comes in from all over the world and from Europe, and it enters Marlow as a flat yarn like this. And the first stage of the process is twisting that flat yarn into twisted yarns that we then braid together to make the rope. So what I do is I'll show you around some of our twisting facilities first, and you can have a look at the machinery and see the beginning of the process.
At MarlowRopes, we use a number of different materials in the manufacture of our rope solutions, including aramids, Vectran and PBO, with high heat resistance and abrasion benefits, nylon, polyester and polypropylene, HMPE, Dyneema, and the sustainable bio-based Dyneema for low stretch and high strength applications across all markets. And since 2018, our GRS certified Blue Ocean yarn manufactured from recycled waste plastic bottles.
So this is where we start the process, here with the twisting machines. It's really noisy in here.
The twisting process brings multiple strands of flat yarn together to construct the core centerpiece for a Marlow rope. This is where the raw material fibers are twisted together before they are braided.
We've got twisted yarn coming through here and then being set up on these carriers to go into the braiding machine.
Braiding is required to maintain the construction integrity of the core. Some of our rope products, such as D12, don't have additional covers, and the braided core is a product in its own right.
So this is where we make a lot of our really huge ropes. It's the same process with the twisting and the braiding machines, only everything gets absolutely enormous. To produce ropes of this size, you need machinery of a similar proportion.
Marlow's large diameter ropes are used across markets such as commercial and offshore marine, heavy lifting, towing, winching and super yacht mooring. Here we have the capacity to manufacture ropes up to 100 millimeters in diameter with the potential brake load of 600 tons, which is the equivalent of 47 London buses.
So this machine is used to make our fast ropes. A lot of our tactical customers use these for fast insertion out of helicopters. All of that's made here on these machines, again twisted and braided on these huge carriers and in this massive machine behind.
Marlow pioneered the fast rope and have developed the range through working with special armed forces from around the world. The unique construction of the 8-strand staple-spun nylon allows for comfortable control throughout the descent. Since its conception, the fast rope defence range has various terminations and assembly options. Braided covers are added to most rope products and give significant protection to the rope's core, giving the product a longer lease of life. Here you can see the rope design coming to life, with the cover being braided over the core as it feeds through the machine.
So this is the MGP cell. The MGP cell is a bit special. It makes custom-made rope for race boats and super yachts across the world. It's a bit different because you can actually specify the type of core, the type of cover, the colours within the cover and all the fibres that you want within the cover. So it can meet any requirement and it allows us to experiment and achieve some quite unique things. It has its own braiding and also its own twisting.
Marlow's Grand Prix products and service revolutionise the high-performance super yacht and raceboat industry. It allows us to meet bespoke requirements of race teams or riggers producing short runs of custom product to order whilst minimising waste.
Here we're braiding the core for an Oceanus rope, which is our big super yacht captive winch rope. So again, the same braiding process, just extremely slow and meticulous. And the core is really special on this rope. It gives us a very high brake load. It's a very soft, very long lay core. So this is where we do a lot of our bespoke custom splicing for our industrial customers. Kind of really artisan work, customizing everything that's going on for any application.
During the splicing and finishing stage, various assemblies, splices or terminations are added to the rope product to make it fit the exact purpose. These finishes can vary depending on the product's intended use, and much of this part of the process is bespoke to fit the customer's needs. Here we can splice and add chafe cover to mooring lines, or I-splice arboriculture climbing ropes, or add thimbles and hardware for bespoke defence and industrial terminations. Marlow tests all of its new products before bringing them to market.
So this is our 100-ton test bed. So everything that we're building that's new or something we need to test or proof load, everything's done here in-house, so we have complete control over it.
As well as brake load tests, we also test for elongation, fatigue, UV exposure and hardware compatibility. This meets our ISO standards as well as certification criteria for the key products including CE, UKCA or NFPA.
So this is our finishing and reeling area. Everything coming through here is running through a pair of human hands. That's how we pick up any issues before things go out to the customer. So this is where we do all of our finishing and packaging.
At this stage, Marlow's products are all quality checked and approved before being safely packaged, stored or shipped. In recent years, we've removed all plastic packaging unless it's absolutely necessary to preserve the product for its intended use.
Well, thank you for joining us here at MarlowRopes today. I hope it's been useful to see behind the scenes at what goes on in the factory, and we look forward to seeing you here in person at some point in the future.